Welcome, I'm Cheryl, and this is Your Journey Yoga. Thanks for being here today. And today we're going to focus on the hips. Lots of time holding tension, tightness, negative energy in those hips. Great way to loosen up those hips and get rid of that negative energy. Comfortable seated position that feels good to you. You're welcome to sit up on a bolster or a block, a pillow, a blanket, whatever feels good. Roll those shoulders up and back and let your shoulders slide down and away. Shoulder roll again. Take it up and back and let those shoulders slide down and away. Just close your eyes for a moment. Let your hands find a place to rest and check in what's going on through the hips. As we sit cross-legged, if you are, what do you notice and what do you feel? We're going to come back to this position at the end of our session and hopefully noticing a substantial difference in the ease of the stretch and a little less intensity. Gently open your eyes. Rock it back, bring the soles of the feet together. Heels can be out and away from you as far as you'd like or as close in as you wish. We're just going to take a gentle hold along the shins and we're going to let those knees just open out to the side. Noticing if one maybe feels a little tighter than the other. Maybe range of motion is a little different. As you inhale, we're going to lift the knees as high as you can. And then as you exhale, gently let those knees just drift down towards the ground. We're not going to push them. We're just going to let gravity take a hold. We're going to inhale and we lift. And then exhale, release it back down. Again, inhale, lift. And then exhale, let it relax. This time we lift, we're going to hold. I want you to feel those adductor muscles, those inner thighs working to hold us up. You can even feel those outer hips just a little bit. And this time as you exhale, a gentle press down of those knees. We lengthen through the crown of the head and slowly begin to hinge it forward. I want you to lead with your chest and your tummy. So the moment you feel those shoulders pull forward and your chest hollow, back it off. Pull those shoulders back and lengthen and reach through the crown of the head. Breathe. Nothing too intense. Be kind to your body. Now lengthen through that crown of the head even further and slowly rise. Release your hands, slide your feet forward just a little bit and lean over. So as we fold forward, go ahead and let the shoulders roll forward, head be heavy, little roundness through the back, all good. If it feels good to you, walk those hands forward. That's going to deepen the stretch into the hips, down your spine. If it's too intense, back it off. Now beginning to roll it back up, stacking each vertebra. Just let those hands slide up along the floor till we sit up nice and tall. And let's extend that right leg out. Left foot crosses up and over. Wrapping the crook of that right elbow around your knee. Pull it in nice and tight. Sit up as tall as you can. Flex that right foot and look out over that left shoulder. Breathe. You're welcome to place that left hand behind you to prop yourself up even taller. And maybe pull a little deeper. Listen to your body, only if it feels good. And slowly release that rotation. Go ahead and let that left knee roll open to a figure four. If that's too much pressure on the behind that right knee, go ahead and bring that foot to the inside of your leg. Otherwise, just cross it and that gentle press of that left knee open. If the sole of the foot is along the inside of the leg, just let that knee open out to the side. Take care of your knee. Take care of your body. Notice what's going on through the hip. And just breathe. And if you want to, you can do both. So with that ankle crossed over the knee and then to the inner thigh, because they feel a little different. Both feels pretty good. And go ahead and extend. Left leg out. Right foot crosses up and over. Add a flex of that left foot. Wrap that left elbow around the knee. Sit up as tall as you can sit. Anytime we rotate, we want to keep length in that spine, space between those vertebrae. If it feels good to you, place that right hand behind you, prop yourself up as tall as you can, and turn and take your gaze out over that back shoulder. Maybe just a little deeper rotation, a little more pull of that right knee in. Again, it's all about listening to your body, being kind and respectful. No reason you have to push through any kind of pain. There shouldn't be any kind of pain. And then ever so gently release that rotation. Let that right knee roll open. And again, you can place that foot to the inner thigh, or we can keep that ankle crossed just above the knee. You can hold for a little bit here and then shift because it does feel pretty good. A gentle press with that right hand and really focus on your posture. Always working on good posture. That helps us breathe a little deeper, get a little more for our stretch. And I'm just looking at my foot. Do you see how it's kind of over to the side? Yeah, that's me cheating. So really focus on alignment and you'll get even more. Our body is super sneaky and finding ways to make things easier. If you like, shift and now bring it into the inside and just that gentle press away and just notice that different stretch. Does that change your posture? If you're hollowing or if you're lifting, lift. Sit up tall. Breathe. Keeping those left toes pointing straight to the sky. That was kind of funny. I'm like, hey, cheater. Just kidding. It's not cheating. It's just being a little bit more mindful of where we are in our poses. Nice. We're going to crisscross left leg in front. We're going to reach it high. As you exhale, circle the arms around behind your back. Lean back onto your hands. And as you exhale, lift your hips. Open up the chest. Oh, that feels good through the front of the pelvis. Breathe. And gently release your bottom back down. Extend the legs out. Keep those ankles crossed. Reach it up. And exhale, lengthen. Hinge it forward. Relax the weight of the upper body down. It's a little bonus stretch for the hamstrings to the calves. With those ankles crossed, just a little different stretch in the outer hips. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Release your hands. Bring your hands behind you. Bring the legs in and cross the other leg in front. And press and lift. Opening up through the pelvis, opening up through the chest. Squeeze those buns. And exhale, lower your bottom back down. Extend those legs. Keep your ankles crossed. Reach it up. And exhale, lengthen, hinge it forward. Release your hands. Relax the weight of your head. And breathe. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. Release your hands around behind you once again. Pull those knees in. Open your feet to about the width of your mat and just gently rock your knees side to side. Now we're going to take this fairly slow because I want you to get that full rotation and feel what your pelvis does, how that feels through that entire hip joint. Making sure you still have a neck, that we're not sinking down into those shoulders, but still maintaining those core muscles engaged to support us. Coming back to center, feet are open wide. Lift and bring those hands forward to the tops of the feet. Round it over. So working all aspects of the hips, those internal rotations, external rotations. And sometimes hip fatigue can be mistaken for hip pain. And we really want to work to strengthen those hips also. So we're going to throw a little bit of strength in there. And then slowly roll it up, one vertebra at a time. Sitting up nice and tall. We're going to take that right foot forward, left foot back. I'm going to be at a little bit of an angle. However you're going to be is fine. We want like a letter Z, if you will. And we're going to notice our pelvis. So shifting the pelvis so that it's not quite level, very normal. So I want you to work to level out your pelvis as best you can. So working to get that right sit bone to the mat and notice what your posture does. And now we're going to turn and place our hands on either side of that left knee. Flex your right foot. We're going to lift that right knee and then set it down. We're going to lift that right foot. and set it down. Lift the knee. So I want you to notice what's going on. What do you feel? Is it easy? Is it challenging? Or are you like, how in the heck are you even getting that done? And lift. Last one, and we lift the foot. Keep a sense of humor. It's about learning and exploring. Okay, so we're going to shift our weight forward just a little bit. Being up on our hands, you can absolutely use your hands here, pressing into the floor to help this happen. We're going to lift the knee, the thigh, and the foot all at the same time. Lift. And lower. You feel that glute med? Lift. And lower. We have 2 more. Lift. And lower. One more time, lift and lower. Go ahead and walk it out. Tummy and chest coming right over that left knee. You can stack your hands, you can stack fists, you can extend those arms out nice and long. And just check in. Find your breath. And slowly walk those hands back up. Now you can use your hands for support or not. Challenge yourself accordingly. We're going to lift and rotate to the other side. So our hands, right now we're going to work to get that left sit bone down. Hands can be wherever you want them to be. So really work to level out that pelvis as best you can and notice what you feel in that left hip crease. It can be fairly intense. Now we're going to turn and place our hands on either side of that right knee. Flex that left foot. And again, we're going to lift that left knee. And then we're going to close it. And we're going to lift that left foot. Can you lift the left foot better than the right? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe it's more challenging on this side. Knee lifts, comes down, foot lifts, and comes down. So you're just looking straight out over that right knee. And the foot lifts. We have 1 more of each, and then we're going to lift that whole leg. So a little strength here, right? All right, so that foot stays flexed, core strong. We're going to lean in just a little bit, and again, you can use those fingertips if you need them to press into the floor. If you don't need them, don't use them. You get a little bit more out of it, but be nice to your body. And lower. We have 4 of these, 3 more. Lift and release. 2 more. Lift. This is pretty intense, guys. So if you start to cramp up or something, give yourself a second and relax and release. And let's go ahead and walk it out over that right knee. And again, you're welcome to extend your arms, stack your hands, stack fists. I just want you to come forward and do your best to relax into this. And hopefully let go of some tension. It's all about letting go of old past hurts, frustrations, worries, anxiety. Go ahead and walk your hands back up. We're going to turn to face front, extending left leg out, and right foot comes in. Add a flex of that right foot. Breathe, crossing that left hand over to the right knee. Right arm reaches up and over. So we get some bonus stretches here while we work through those hips. Taking your gaze up towards the sky and breathe. So letting go doesn't necessarily mean it disappears. It means giving yourself the opportunity to find a better space in your head and your heart. Releasing that right hand behind you. Extend left arm high, point your toes, press and lift your hips. Reach it back. Stretching all through the front of the belly, down in through the front of the hip, down through the front of that left leg. And gently release it back down. We turn, flexing that left foot, reaching, and hinge it forward. Tummy and chest coming out over that left leg, working to center your tummy and chest over that left leg. Nose towards your knee. Just let yourself melt. Breathe. I do love some bonus stretches, even when we're targeting certain parts of our being. So great. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall. And release your hands down by your sides. Turn back to face front. And let's switch. So that right leg extends. Left foot comes in. Flex your foot. Reaching that right hand over to the left knee. Left arm up and over. Turn your gaze up along the inside of that left arm. And just breathe. Sometimes the very best thing we can do in a situation is just breathe. Take a moment. Get our heads straight. Let go of that reaction and think about, is this really what we want to do? What we want to say, what we want to think. Reach it high. Place that left hand behind you. Right arm reaches up. Point your toes. Press and lift. Arch it back just a little bit or a lot. Lengthen and reach through those right fingertips and breathe. And gently release it down. As our bottom touches, we turn toward that right leg. Flex your foot, lengthen and hinge it forward. Reach it out. Release your hands. Relax the weight of the upper body down. Drawing your nose towards your knee. Those big exhales helping to carry away any thoughts, any feelings that aren't going to help us be our very best. We just do the best we can each and every day, each and every moment. Inhale, reach it out. Sit up nice and tall and release your hands down by your sides. Let's bring both legs to the side, coming up to all fours. And extend. Right leg out, straight out to the side. Walk your hands forward and then press it back. As deep as you'd like to go. Let your forehead come to rest. And slowly walk your hands back up. Hands are right underneath those shoulders. Breathe. We're going to lift that right leg straight up, bending that right knee. Now you are welcome to just work the leg, or if you like, bending that left arm out to the side. As you exhale, pulling the elbow and knee in, and then opening it back out to that 90 degrees. Pull it in. And open it back up. So we're getting mobility as well as strength. A little bonus of core strength and shoulder strength. Let's do one more. And release that left hand down. Once again, extend that right leg and sweep your right leg up and over to that left side of your mat. Nestle your toes into the ground and then take your gaze out over that left shoulder. Well, that feels good. And breathe. Bring your gaze back to center. Bend that right knee. Place it to the outside of that left knee. Bring your knees as close together as you can get them, and then open up those feet behind you. We're at a little bit of a weird angle, so we're going to center those hands out to the right just a little bit and press your booty back. So you might be going across your mat. That's okay. We just want to press straight back. Inhale, we rise. Releasing that right knee. Center those hands once again to your tabletop. And let's extend that left leg straight out to the side. Walking your hands forward, giant step, and then press it back. So good. Little bonus stretch through the shoulders and the chest. Great stretch in that inner thigh. Feels so good for the back. So as you come to different poses, different asanas, checking in. What do you feel in this stretch? making sure that it's always a good sensation. Challenging, absolutely yes, but good. Slowly walk your hands back up. Those hands just underneath those shoulders. And we're going to lift that left leg straight out to the side. And then we're going to bend that left knee. If you like, lift that right arm, bend that right elbow. And as you exhale, pull the elbow and knee in, and then open it out to the side. Pull it in. Open it out to the side. Pull it in. Open it up. 2 more times. Pull it in. Open it up. Pull it in. And open it up. Release that right hand. Once again, extend that left leg. Sweep that left leg up and over to the right side of your mat. Nestle your toes against the ground and turn and look out over that right shoulder. Those hips will press to the left just a little bit. Beautiful stretch through that outer hip, down the IT band, all the way up through the ribs, those intercostal muscles. We bring our gaze back between our hands, bending that left knee, bringing those knees just as tightly together as you can get them. Open your feet behind you, and again, kind of at a little angle here. So we're going to center those hands, walking them over to the left side of the mat a little bit, and then walk your hands forward, pressing it back. As we press those hips back, great stretch, outer hips. Breathe. And slowly walk those hands back up, pulling the hands underneath the shoulders. Release that left knee. Turn back to your tabletop. Sit your sit bones back towards your heels. Walk your hands forward to child's pose. We're going to inhale it up to a modified high plank. Press through the tops of the feet to open your knees. And as you exhale, press it back to extended child's pose. Inhaling it back up to that modified plank. Keep those knees nice and wide and slowly lower down. As low as you can go. And then rise. Press through the tops of the feet. Can you open those knees even wider? You might need to bring your booty back just a little bit. And once again, press it back. Extended child's pose. Inhaling it up back to your modified plank. Let's take it all the way down to our tummy. Now your feet might need to lift. That's okay. We're going to open up those knees as wide as we can. You can stack your hands for the chin to rest against. And we're going to work to bring the insides of your feet to the mat. So the arch of your foot, working to bring it down. Now, it may or may not happen today. It's okay. Just opening up through those hips. Notice if you feel any resistance in that pelvis and in that hip joint. We're not forcing things. We're letting gravity take a hold of those feet. And just a gentle touch of the soles of the feet together. Now go ahead and extend those legs. Just open them wide and then slowly pull them back together. Pull that right knee up and out to about a 90-degree bend and work to press the front of that right side of your pelvis to the mat. We shift those hands on either side of the chest and slowly begin to press it up to a cobra. Now you might be able to come all the way up to your cobra. That's fine. You can stay a little bit lower, rolling those shoulders back, setting your shoulder blades down your back, working to keep your pelvis down. And gently release. Pull that right leg in and shift that left leg out to 90 degrees. And again, we begin to rise. Breathe. You might notice one side's a little easier than the other. If they feel the same, celebrate that, because we are really working to get the imbalances improved and find a little more balance in the body. Slowly lower. Pull that left leg back in, hands to the chest, and press it back to child's pose. Let's go ahead and walk those hands back up. Sweep the feet to one side and slide on down towards the top of your mat. Bringing the soles of the feet together to our butterfly. Again, hands anywhere along the shins you like. You can pull those heels in as close as you wish. We're going to inhale and lift those knees. And then exhale, let those knees gently drift down towards the ground. Keep that chest tall. Inhale, lift. And exhale, let those knees sink. How does it feel? A little easier, a little lift, and release. Now use the strength throughout the pelvis to press those knees down. Keeping that chest nice and tall, let's hinge it forward. And again, keep that length in the spine. Keep those shoulders rolled back. The moment that you feel your chest hollow out and those shoulders roll forward, back it off and pull those shoulders back. Now let's go ahead and walk those hands forward and just let yourself round over. So checking in. How does it feel now? Hopefully a little bit better. And slowly roll it up, one vertebra at a time. Sitting up nice and tall, pull the hands to heart center. Take a moment, close your eyes. If you need to adjust where those feet are, adjust. Just take a second. Sending that energy into those hips, loving kindness, understanding, and grace. Gently open your eyes. My friend, thank you for being here, taking care of yourself and choosing to do so with me. I hope this was great and I hope you feel good. I hope this carries you through the rest of your day just in a great, beautiful place. Until the next time, my friend, light, love, and namaste.